Okay, time for round two of Tutorial Thursday. I'm Jeremy Mifflin. I'm back here again with another tutorial for you. Today we're going to be learning how to do the spider design. Like I said before in the last video, it's a very popular design, and if done properly, it's also very awesome looking. Um, I started out doing spiders, was one of the designs I started out with, including like the spiral and the scrunch, and I can tell you what, my spiders before look a lot different than my spiders today. So if you work on them, they can really turn into an incredible design that everybody's going to love and they're going to want to buy from you. Okay, I'm going to get straight into the tying of the shirt. I got a shirt out on the table, and if you stick with me for just a second, I will adjust the camera and we'll get going. Okay, here's our shirt out on the table, and we've got it smoothed out. And with the spider design, it's going to be folded in half, kind of like the last design, the pleated design that we did. So I'm going to fold it in half with the front on the inside, because that's going to assure any saturation issues will be on the outside of the shirt, on the back. Okay, now I'm a very position-oriented person whenever it comes to tie-dye. So I'm going to flip this shirt over because I do not like the spiral shirts on that side. I don't know why, it's just something that I've always done. So now on the spider, after you get it folded in half, it's going to be like a normal spiral with a little variation. Okay, I would go to the middle of the shirt like normal with the spiral, but you want to pinch off at the end right here. As you see, I'm on the corner, I'm pinching off here. And most people will just use their finger, and they'll start to go in a clockwise manner. Now with this one, it's a lot harder for you to keep the spiral in position. So um, I always use two hands when I'm doing something like this. If I'm doing it with my hands, I'm going to show you how I do it with a tool that I use here in just a minute. But you're always gonna be manipulating the tines like in a spiral, because you want it to look as clean as possible. So I'm gonna smooth it back out. I'm going to show you how I tie it up with the tool that I use. I'll pinch off the little part that I pinched off before. And I use my needle nose plier to pinch there. Put my hand down. This ensures that the shirt stays flat while you spiral it. And I'll just start spiraling in a clockwise manner. And this way, if you have your hand down, it's keeping the spiral flat, but it's also ensuring that your spines or tines or whatever you want to call them are staying like they should be. So I would take I take a lot longer to fold my shirts than you'll see in some of these videos, but I will try to show you just as accurately as possible in the small amount of time. So I spun it up like a spiral, and as you can see, it kind of looks like a hurricane symbol whenever you see the hurricane symbol. If you live in Florida, you probably see it on the side of the highway all the time when you're driving down the street or driving down the highway. Okay, now I'm going to band it up. I'm going to band it up just like a spiral. I'm going to do a pie-shaped pattern, so when you go back and dye it, you have a guide. And I always like to put a few extra bands on my shirts because of the fact that it just keeps it in position and keeps it looking nice. Okay, and there it is, all banded up, as you can see. Looks just like a spiral. Okay, and I've already got one that I pre-dyed, so I'm going to show you the dyeing process for the other side and how you make it look like a spider. So give me just a second and we'll get that dye on the table. Okay, here's our pre-dyed shirt. I did it yellow, orange, green, and red. Show you right there. Okay, I'm going to flip my shirt over. And for a spider, you can do it several different ways. After flipping the shirt over, you can just put a solid color on, which can be black or whatever color you want. It could be a darker color. It could be, blue, red, or purple, whatever you want. Because the purpose of doing that is to create a contrast to colors on the side, so it looks like those tines look like a spider on the shirt. So what I like to do though is I like to dye the colors that I dyed on the other side, or like do a different kind of color in the pie shapes, then put my black on, because it creates a different kind of a look to the spider. It makes it look a little thinner, the blades aren't as fat, and it doesn't dominate the shirt as much as some of the other spiders that I used to do. Okay, we're going to go, and I'm going to go right to the yellow. It's my first color I go to. I like to start with the light colors because I don't have to go to my water as much to mix and have to worry about it mixing in with the color. So I'll just go and I will do yellow over the yellow. I'm just putting the same colors that I had on the other side on this side. We'll do deep orange, where the orange is. Get our Chinese red. This is called Chinese red, but I think the actual red in the Chinese flag is a little bit deeper than this color. It's weird, but all right, we'll clean our syringe to go to green. Take green on there. Okay. All right, now that I have all my colors that I had on the other side dyed, I'm going to go straight to my black. Black is a mixture of every color, so you don't even need to clean out your syringe. Now I'm going to dye this solid color, whatever solid color you choose, over the whole surface of the one side of the shirt. Now this is the way that I do it. There are some people that do spiders a little differently. They'll actually draw a spider-looking pattern on the shirt to create the spider, or they may dye both sides in black. So if you just experiment with your dye placement on spiders, then you can find all kinds of certain awesome ways to dye them up. And then for the colors underneath the spider, you don't really have to even do a pie shape like I did. Sometimes you could do circles, which is what I call a bullseye pattern. You could mix it up. I mean, it just depends on what you are in the mood for that. Okay, as you see, I dyed all those colors and then I put the black on. I don't heavily dose it in black because all you're trying to do is get these spines to be that black color. So it shows through whenever you open up the shirt. It shows through and looks like a spider. Okay, now that we're done with the dyeing process, I'm going to show you some already made shirts, spider patterns, and we'll get right into that. Give me just a second. Okay, and here we go with some spider patterns. I have this one. It's a rainbow pattern, and it's a spider. Of course, as you see, it looks like it has 8 legs like a spider. And sometimes in the middle, you can get some really cool little shapes and designs right in here. But there was one time I had one that looked like he was a Rastafarian because it looked like a face in the middle there. Okay, this was done, the spider was done with just using blue as a solid color on the back. And then this is a Rasta colored spider. I'm going to back up a little bit so this is a big shirt so you can see it more. Alright. And that ends our tutorial on the spider today. I'm going to be back next week with another tutorial, of course. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I will tell you guys here this week coming up. I would like to thank everybody for participating in all of the events on Dying to Tie and everything that we've been doing. And we're going to be having our contest soon, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be fabulous prizes this year. We're going to even, I think, I'm going to give away some concert tickets. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, keep on tie-dyeing, and I love you all. Bye-bye. Internet hug. Internet hug. I love you.